And we're rolling.
I love it. You guys are so great.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, all fly nerd and nerdettes, you are now tuned into the Fly Nerd Group podcast. We are the Fly Nerd Group.
Happy holidays! I'm a Fly Nerd Christmas.
That's right. It's a Fly Nerd Christmas edition. We're going to recap on some fun things, some bad things that happened throughout the year. We got some other comments and Fly Nerd gems to drop for this episode. But before we get into all of that, how y'all doing? Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for following us. Fly Nerd Group, man. We got some moves coming for 2024, man. And yo, what's good, guys? Y'all good?
Man, what's good, brother? I'm gravy, man. I'm nice to be here with my Fly Nerd brethren on the holiday season.
That's good.
And, chopping it up with everybody else in the FNG community.
Yes, sir.
Just, spreading our love, spreading our knowledge, spreading all the, good, crazy-ish we got. Don't mind me, I'm a little holiday tipsy, but it's all love. It's all love.
That's why
it's all love.
We eggnogged out.
Yeah.
Eggnogged out, man. That's
this show
all
is
it is.
nice, but hey.
Hey, man. It is what it is, man. So, look, let's go down the line. I'm Cosmo Galactus. I'm the shift leader.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Everyday People's Champ, Chauncey Woodson, a.k.a. Chauncey's Prime.
Word.
And your boy Corey Green here.
Word.
Funny neighborhood flirt team.
Funny neighborhood.
Come on, man.
Come on, baby.
Funny neighborhood.
It's Attitude Era season. Let's get it.
Attitude Era. Attitude Era, man. Hey, speaking of which, I was watching Dark Side of the Ring, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
wild.
Which
one you watch?
Yeah.
Man, which one? What's that black dude name?
It wasn't Coco Beware, was it?
Nah, it wasn't Coco
Bad News
Beware.
Brown?
Huh?
Wasn't Bad News Brown, was it?
Nah, it was this.
Was it Junkyard Dog?
His name was New something.
Was it New Jack?
New Jack.
Oh, brother.
New Jack.
New Jack is
There I am,
man.
Yeah, dude. New Jack is wild. New Jack is wild. What? Like, New Jack is crazy. He was like damn near killing. He was stabbing people.
New Jack was not playing back in the ECW days. That's
he's like the purebred ECW, G.
Why you think WWE ain't never brought him up?
Never.
I see why you put stabbing folks in the ring.
He's like
in the
Black
ring
Stone
or in the
Cold
back.
Steve Austin times 5,000.
Yes.
Like, he's a Black Stone. I never even thought that
That's
existed.
possible?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, New Jack. And then I saw some other ones, man. Of course, I saw the Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit. I was like, whoa, shit. That shit was hard. They did the promotion about, I remember that episode when they went live and did the dedication for him. And then I think that SmackDown, they recanted all that shit.
They can't all that.
Wow.
Cage match for everybody.
Everybody catching it.
Oh, shit. So now, man. So, yeah, Dark Side of the Ring. Check that out on Vice if you haven't checked it out. But, yeah, that was off the script. So, what's good, guys? Y'all good?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just been doing the thing. Just, ripping and running. If I ain't doing the thing on the day job, just doing my little plans for 2024 for the photography-ish.
That's right.
My little brainstorming plans for what we got here on the FNG side of things. And just ready to rock it for another year, man. That's all.
Nice. What about you, Instagram?
I've been ripping running all over Chicago and being busy and doing stuff. So, last week we went to Pocket Con last week.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Pocket Con was dope. Shout out to Pocket Con. Shout out to all those people, especially Elgin and them. Shout out to Pocket Con. That was pretty awesome. Shout out to all the Columbia folks I saw from the OG Columbia crew. There's talk of a reunion next year for all the 90s Columbia people. Yeah, that was dope. Between that, going to IPG's tournament for Chicago Punish. They actually got a tournament this evening. I'm not attending. So I'm with you guys for the FNG Universe.
Oh, man.
They're
you feel great.
Right, y'all feel Yeah, real great.
So what was this tournament entail? What type of game?
Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear. They're doing a lead up to Frosty Falcons happening next month.
Oh, okay.
It's a big major tournament in the Chicago area next month. So I will be attending there. I have not decided if I want to compete or not, but I will be there.
Okay.
So I was there, earlier this year. I took photos and whatnot. So the same big tournament. They have it every January.
Is it for the public or is it?
You can go, but you gotta buy a ticket to get in. But yeah, I mean, between that, a few comic stuff that I cannot talk about that I have coming out next year. Some very small comic related stuff. Hush hush. Working on that. Some more toy stuff and some more streaming things. Also, December 23rd is Guile's birthday. I deem it Guile Day.
Guile Day.
Guile Day. Today is Guile Day.
That's right.
So we'll be streaming tonight for Guile Day.
Yeah, today is Guile Day.
If y'all know that Guile theme music, bump that joint.
Right.
Bump it.
Or at least comb your hair.
Right. Exactly.
So on my stream, I will probably tell my origin story and how I started playing with Guile. And I've gotten this reputation.
Well, get into it a little bit here. How did you get into Guile?
Literally by accident. I really wanted to save it for the stream, but I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of it. Mm-hmm. So, and I know it's going to sound like out of a movie, going to sound corny. When I very first played Street Fighter 2 for the very first time, in Michigan and Benton Harbor, I went to a mall arcade. I saw this machine. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, your average arcade machine had like 1 or 2 buttons. This game had 6 buttons. I was like, okay, what is this?
Right.
So I put my quarter in, go to the character select screen. Guess who I go to first? Right. Played for the first time, played the game for the first time, like, okay. As years went on, I started learning the game. When I started going to high school, I didn't even like Guile. Mm-hmm. I got good with the character due to a friend beating me with Charlie. And I got so angry, I wanted to get good with the character myself. And then I got extremely good, able to beat him, start translating that into Guile, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of cool how you put it, because you kind of basically broke the monotony of not going to the usual go-to characters. Because, everybody and mama want to rock with Ken or Ryu.
Well, Ken was my dude for years.
Well, and even when it comes to something like MK, everybody want to run to like Liu Kang or Scorpion or Sub-Zero. You kind of broke out the box to, just try somebody totally out of the blue and just stuck with them and master them like you did. Because I didn't see you rock with Guile many a times.
Yeah.
And
Chauncey's been there. He's seen it. He's seen it all.
He's a pretty master with it. I ain't saying it because this is one of my best friends. Like, he's a master with Guile. He ain't no problem with him.
Hey, I seen him. I played against him with that character. And yeah, he's like methodical.
Yes, sir.
And with that play style, if you fight with Ken or Raul, it's kind of easy to maneuver and stuff. This dude, knowing that Guile, you gotta go back, forward, down, you gotta go these certain movements.
Right.
And to see him execute it is kind of like astonishing even to see. It's like, all right.
And without tooting my own horn.
Play like the computer.
Without trying to toot my own horn, even out my friend group, especially back in the day, most people did not play with charged characters and couldn't even, everyone I know, even still now, only play with motion characters. Mm-hmm. A lot of my friends did not play with charged characters, let alone be able to combo with charged characters and be effective with comboing into charged characters. I'm the only one that can really do that. Like, back in the day, I was the only guy that can combo into a super flash kick. None of the other guys could do it at all.
Yeah, that's tough.
Now, real quick, based off your experience, like tournament-wise, casual playing, what have you, who do you think some gamers really get cheap with, the charged characters or the motion characters?
Good question.
Well, it depends on how you determine cheap, because it's different play styles. It really just boils down to the character, what they can do and lock you down. Because you can get a charged character like E Honda. Yeah. You don't even almost not even need combos and be threatening. Because with his tools alone, with his headbutt can stop anti-airs. Yeah. Because it's invincible on startup, and the butt slam will hit on the way up and hit on the way down and cross you up and set you up for a throw setup. Okay. Something that simple can be devastating if you have no idea how to deal with it.
Okay. Because part of the reason why I asked that and such, because, and many times as you and I have been through the arcade scene, the tournament scenes, or what have you. You've seen people like, buck you up in a corner and they'll just constantly just go on and go on and go on without even letting somebody get any type of defense going or what have you. That's part of the reason why I kind of ask. And then too, like you say, with certain attack moves or what have you, it's like, I don't know, in some cases it does come off kind of on the cheap side per se, but that's why I was wondering.
Like, to answer your question, I guess in more percentage is, I would say, in terms of your question, as far as motion versus charged characters, in most cases, motion characters be sometimes the cheapest per se. A character like Akuma has a lot of things, a lot of setups, hit you with stuff and keep you locked down, or make you guess wrong, get mixed up, and get you hit with certain things.
Right.
So yeah, for that type of situation, more like this is mostly motion characters in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that's how I got started with that character. But it took me a long time to kind of get to that point, because for years I'd rocked Ken for so long. So I eventually started using Charlie into Guile, and then the rest is mostly history for the most part.
Okay. Because, yeah, man, it's like, who has been like your most fiercest opponent by using Guile? Who's been like that most challenging?
As far as
characters,
currently in the modern era is going to be JP. JP is one of Guile's hardest matchups.
Okay.
Because he can kind of lock Guile down and stop some things he wants to do. Between JP, a little bit of Dawson.
Okay.
Zangief, not so much.
Yeah.
Depending on the game, sometimes Akuma, but not that much. Because in some games, Akuma has very high damage output but very low health. So I hit him one or two good times and still hurt.
Oh,
because he has lowest health, but he can do a lot of crazy stuff.
I gotcha.
Mostly any characters that can get around Guile really good. And I think the hardest one was El Forte.
Okay.
Because he was a terror. Shout out to our friend Arthur, who actually works at Neither Realm. He played with El Forte back in the day.
Yeah.
And El Forte was real dangerous with running Tostada press. He can run at you, jump over his sonic boom, and cross Guile up. And he was probably the hardest character to lock down. You can lock him down at all, period. So I think the hardest one will probably be El Forte, in the modern era is going to be JP.
Word. So let's just go ahead and make this the whole arcade mode portion of the
Get your quarter up.
Tekken 8 actually dropped. How do you feel about Tekken?
Oh, the demo?
Well, the demo, yeah.
Yeah, the demo dropped. I only played a little bit of it, and I've seen some of the story mode. I like it so far. I'm January 26th when the game comes out. I'm just waiting on Lay. They've been announcing characters like every other week. So I think this week they announced Shaheen's going to be in the game.
Yeah.
The Middle Eastern guy who's also in Tekken 7. And they announced Yoshimitsu recently too.
Oh, yeah.
And I told you guys, the game looks amazing. It's probably the best fighting game right now, in my opinion.
We should have played some of it. We was occupied. But yeah, I have it actually, the demo, and I played some of it. And actually, it gets you back into the Tekken mode.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun. It's an actual fun game, and get you back with the Zen, what's his name? Jin versus Kazuya. They get into their battle. The story mode is very intense because like every second you start fighting. You fight somebody. You fighting.
The story mode is real crazy to me. I really enjoyed it. Did you finish Tekken 7 story mode at all?
No, I haven't played Tekken in minutes. So I feel like this is like their Street Fighter 6 for me, because it's like me reintroducing back into Tekken.
I think Tekken 7 has one of the best story modes for Tekken.
Okay.
I would say play that, check that out, give that a shot before you get into Tekken 8 story mode.
Okay.
Although you'll see my issues with Tekken 8 story mode. So I kind of feel like Kazuya's going all crazy anime villain for me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's a Corey gripe. Knowing my years of knowing that character, he's a little bit more collected, not like release the dogs of war. I'm like, okay, I guess fine.
Right.
But Tekken 7 story mode is really excellent. Like Akuma's in there, but he's in there for a reason to explain why he's there.
Oh yeah, I remember Kuma was a
Yeah, and the whole thing with Heihachi and Kazuya and like why they're so dysfunctional. All that gets really explained, like finally for the first time, really. You see a lot more different light on Heihachi on why he is the way that he is.
Okay. Alright. So yeah, if you haven't played Tekken 7, check that out. There is the Tekken 8 trailer, and since we're in arcade mode, we just jump around and get into this $2 billion video game. The most expensive game actually will be on the market. The GTA trailer.
Good lord, GTA 6. It took like 20 years for it to come out.
For those who don't know. Yeah, dude, this trailer dropped, and yeah, the big budget. The thing that rung my bell was a $2 million budget behind it. And I'm like, dude, what this game going to do? It's going to do my taxes?
I'm saying.
What it's going to do here?
Is it going to give me early?
How much did it really spend making this game? Was it over almost $1 billion?
Almost $1 billion, if you think about it.
They've been developing like a decade, right?
Yeah, they've been working on this since 5. Like, let's get it real. They've been working.
Yeah, because the 5 been coming out for every console since.
So they've been dropping all these other
updates, yeah.
Updates and.
But it's been dropping on every new console. GTA 5 coming to PS7. I'm like, wait, didn't it come out in like 2007-ish?
They do. They milk them cows. So they
I'm not saying that.
Markets, and then they get all this capital and then revenue when they put it into.
I mean, I get that games, they growing over time, but it was like the funny thing was every new console generation was getting a new GTA 5. It's like, okay, y'all, where's GTA 6? Because I'm not saying this game is a surge, but I understand how some games, they got games growing and they're growing the platform, they grow in the player base, they add DLC stuff to it. I just found it funny this game kept getting a new game every console generation.
Right.
For me, I was just looking at it like they was just getting the money and getting the shit right. So now you get to do, the features on this game is like crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if this is all playable, but
this is probably playable.
Even so, this is wild to look at. You know what I mean? You see the details. They said the money went into some of the graphics and stuff. You can see the details of the hair. Like, that's a big thing. When hair movement, it doesn't look blocky or, cubish and shit like that.
And I think it's using the Unreal Engine 5 or is it 6? I've lost track what engine is probably using.
But
graphical engine.
They said the AI is going to be really, really, really on point in here when it comes to individual conversations and things that the AI can do. There's also going to be tons of games, tons of features, Grand Theft Auto and shit like that.
Now here's my question. Will you be able to switch characters on the fly was it in 5 you could switch characters in the story on the fly?
Yeah, I do remember that. That's a good question.
Because Trip, that part with this one this is the first GTA game where you have like 2 main characters. It's kind of like a team thing. In this case, like Bonnie and Clyde, modern day Bonnie and Clyde.
Exactly.
Whereas like you had mentioned about 5, you have 3 characters, but they have like their own little chapters or what have you, and they pseudo crossover on each other over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you know what a Yee haircut is.
A what?
A Yee ass haircut.
What's up?
That's a joke in the game.
So now that should be coming out. That's next year, right?
2025.
2025. So they still
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be open world, and I'm wondering how big that world's going to be.
I'm quite sure it's going to be bigger than what
San Andreas, same thing.
Yeah, same thing. So
I'm not a GTA guy, so I'm just kind of speculating.
I played all of them. I haven't finished all of them, but I definitely played. Sometimes GTA World is just so big, you know what I mean? You just don't get a chance to like completely beat the game like I used to. But no, the stories is more movie cinema like, So I'm surprised I haven't been to Grand Theft Auto film yet, but in due time.
Well, I was gonna say the closest we got to that is Quiet as Kevin is the Crank movies with Jason Statham.
Right, okay.
That's the closest.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say give it time. I would say give it like 3 or 4 years.
Right.
We're getting better. Really, actually, finally, we're getting good video game movies.
That's true. Which is,
or if they want to get ignorant, just make streaming series.
Yeah,
Just do
That
like
too.
a
Even make
season
more money,
based off
actually.
each game.
right.
That's a 3 to 5 season series right there.
Right.
So speaking of which, man, since we still in arcade mode here, put your quarters up. Put your quarters up,
yeah.
man. How y'all feel about the Insomnia leaks, man?
Hey,
Man.
Well, what's the deal? I didn't get all the details. What happened? I know the ransomware.
Yeah, it was a ransom.
And
So
what-
it was a cyber attack, actually.
Mhm.
And we're joking, but yeah, this was a real thing. It was a cyber attack. Someone attacked their data, took information of their employees, and also information of the timeline of the games that's supposed to be dropped, and footage and information of some of the protocol of the upcoming game Wolverine.
Mhm.
Samia, they gave them a ransom. I think it was $2 million ransom.
And Insomnia told them, no, we're not paying no ransom.
And yeah, they was like, we're not
Not
doing
doing
that. That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous,
So
yeah.
they pulled the trigger and they pulled it out there. So Insomnia has responded, and they definitely said that they apologize to ruin any information. So I'm going to keep it quiet of showing the
Yeah,
the trailer on our
Right,
show.
right.
So, in all due respect, they
Absolutely.
want their customers to be surprised just like everyone
Everybody
else,
else, yeah.
know.
Right.
And in this world of fucking leaks and information
Scams
and all of
and all
this
that.
now.
Just the internet, people just
Yeah,
want stuff
it's just
right
crazy
now. Yeah.
because now anyone could just get some information from something and just type it
Mhm.
or press that send button or
Or
post
find
button.
something out and leak it. And
Or sell it to some information to
Yeah.
informants and agents and shit like that.
or hacking someone's system. And yeah.
All of the above,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It could be it ruins a whole bunch of shit, and then you have people that always have this perception already. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I heard this, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. So yeah, that was leaked. Hackers, but Insomnia will bounce back. Because nevertheless, I saw the damn trailer.
Yep. I did
I was
too.
like, woo, Wolverine! I can't wait! Ooh, this is gonna be great!
Y'all bet me. I didn't watch the trailer.
I'm still already on my Spider-Man 2 high. And
Man,
it's
that's
just
what I'm
been
saying.
made no
So I
better.
was looking like, what's going to be the similarities, and yeah, it's a similar world.
And I kind of figured that.
But the action, dude, like Wolverine
yeah.
fighting, dude, with blades, you know what I mean? So I hope they had the blood, gore, cut off arms, all that shit.
Now, did you play the Wolverine Origins game?
Yep.
So, okay. So,
Yeah,
okay.
so same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So, he could scale walls with the claws and shit. So, they showed that. And, I think everything else was, blurs and stuff. But, it was cool. I can't wait. Because I love
Same.
Wolverine in a video game concept. It's brilliant. So, yeah, they said that. And then down the line, they may put out a full X-Men game. So, look out
That
for
would be
that.
nice.
2026.
Yeah, that's about having a license for the X-Men.
Yeah, they have the whole license.
To
They
a
have-
certain year.
Yeah, so pretty much, I think this Wolverine might build up for X-Men
X-Men,
game in the
Yep.
future. So,
Down.
dope. So, check out for that. Sorry for the leaks, but that's about it. So,
But overall, I think that kind of sucks. So that all that got leaked in. Actually, also people's personal information that work for the
Yeah,
company
that's
got
right,
leaked.
that's what I'm
part
saying.
of
That's
that
Yeah,
what sucks.
and I think that really stinks.
That's what sucks,
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, always protect yourself, but it could be any corporate, it could be any company, you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? It could be anybody,
Absolutely.
so just protect yourself, and, yeah, man, bounce back. If not, call the right folks to get your shit secured, man. So, talk about secured. Someone lost their security. God damn!
Man.
Let's just jump into it, man.
Yes,
I
yes.
tried to, do the lighthearted stuff first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right on
So
into it.
everyone else been just attacking and getting into it. So let's go ahead, man. So,
Let's do it.
The elephant in the room.
yeah, man. So y'all been under the rock. Any type of rocks, smoking rocks. Yo, man. Case of upcoming actor Jonathan Majors. He had some difficulties. He got jammed up a bit. with a domestic case with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
It was pretty sloppy. So, this happened. Should I tell the story, or should I just, how we get into this?
I think most people already know. Should we just go into what we think about it? Or
Alright, so he was rained guilty for
2 out of 3 counts.
2 out of 3 counts. And the one he was guilty for was reckless assault and harassment, right?
Yeah, it's like third degree assault and harassment.
So, yeah, man, if y'all, like Corey said, if y'all haven't had the story, I ain't gonna go here and recap the story, but I did pay attention to a lot of this. I did pay attention to the case and everything, and make sure, I didn't want to talk about it on the show until, like, really facts came out and verdicts and stuff. I don't want to be opinionated. We're not that podcast that be just talking bullshit, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We want to talk about
go
facts.
someplace else.
Yeah, so, we here, so, I don't know, I tell how I feel about it. I feel that it's unfortunate, I feel like some part of me feel like he was railroaded. Some legal experts even said like a typical case like this would have been thrown out based off of certain circumstances of inconsistencies of evidence.
Right.
You know what I mean? And still, it's just like missing parts where everything didn't truly connect. Even with medical experts testifying that, these injuries wasn't caused by brutality, which is why he got guilty of reckless, assault.
Now, question: didn't they say? Now, you know what? I'm going off hearsay, which is my bad.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that not one but 2 witnesses, even the driver, said he didn't put a hand on her in the car? I know he pushed her. There was no punch or nothing like that.
There was no punch. There was no signs of violence. The driver did say that that actually she was the aggressor.
Okay.
And the phone. He got a text from the side chick. Maybe been making good. You never know. Could have been a good text. He got a good text.
Hey, that's a good text.
He got a good text.
I'm jealous of that. That's right up her down.
And she saw that text and knew that spot was, it is what it is. It's a breakup,
Yeah.
And once these breakups happen, you at a certain level where you gotta clean up, man. So, it was other things that happened. There was texts and phone calls, recorded phone calls. Why would you record someone? And nevertheless, phone calls was recorded. That was used. That wasn't particular for that case, but it still indicated some, could have been some shady shit going on in the background. I don't advertise or promote any brutality and abusive, so I just go by the facts of the case. I seen this nigga running. So, maybe she got the injuries when you put her in the van. You can't, but if you just try and get out the situation, see, this is the PSA for the Blackman, man. Y'all gotta watch yourself in these situations because, for one, they'll stack these charges on you. And, now they're going to throw darts at all these charges and see which one they could get you with, for one. So you get all these little charges, you got to handle yourself outside. You got to handle yourself when you're in these situations. Now, I think he did the right thing when you're trying to get away.
Yeah.
You're trying to get out to Vert. Hey, just leave the situation alone. He didn't even go back to the crib. He went to a hotel.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the smart thing to do when you're in these domestic cases. Or just any case. If it ain't worth it, man. Step away. It's not being a coward. It's not being, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You got the mission, and always think from Chicago, the mission is always to come back home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter where you go, where you at, have fun, take care of your business, but the mission is always to come back home.
Exactly.
And you don't want to bring no drama and no smoke back to the crib with you. So a lot of people say and feel like, that these charges he should have been guilty for anything, really. You know, where was the self-defense charge at? So they was blaming like a little bit on his lawyer. They opened the door for the sealed, evidence to be revealed, and yeah, it was just nasty, man. So he caught the charges. It is what it is. Got to keep it moving. So Marvel. I give Marvel his props, and then I don't give Marvel his props. You can hold it down, you can move it, you can do whatever. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Be alright. Be alright.
Get him rest.
Actually, you just give it to me. Give it to me. I got it.
Be alright.
So, little Pete. So, man. So, Marvel, they instantly dropped his ass. They didn't even give that shit no time, no hour. It wasn't even our time. It was like, boom, he's gone. So, a lot of people feel a certain way about that. I don't know, man.
I kind of saw that comment.
I saw
that comment. Because they made a decision, I think, before they were waiting to see what the verdict was going to be, and they already just went with their decision they already made.
I totally agree with you. I feel like they had their plans together. You know what I mean? They even put it out there. Go to Dune, bring out some other villains out or whatever, but. Yeah, I think they waited out, wait for the verdict, guilty, and then they had dropped him. Some people say it's not fair, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But there's other actors and shit. Ezra Miller, they throw out, even though that's a different studio, but they throw his name out. They throw out Johnny Brolin. They throw out Robert Downey Jr. I'm like, wait a minute, but all them wasn't. These are different circumstances, but nevertheless, the case is what it is. How you feel about black men? Some people say they got blackballed and all types of shit. How do you feel about black men in Hollywood with these situations? And
I feel like when it comes to a black man of that stature being at that kind of level, you definitely have to have a head on your swivel, and you definitely have to watch out who you surround yourself with, because it's like, okay, if you don't play certain games to get certain roles or to get a certain level of fame,
well, you win stupid game, get stupid prizes.
Right, you know what I mean? And then it's like, even if you do get to that level and you do, play nice and you're cool and, buddy with this and that person, like one minute you just working with a Joe Schmo, and the next minute you working with like Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp or somebody like that, or, RDJ or whatever, and, you feel like you're on top of the world. It's like, it was sound all nice and cool. As soon as you make that one little misstep, they act like they ain't gonna know you. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, who are you again?
Yeah. It's that.
In a movie together. What you talking about, man?
That's
right,
business.
exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's business.
Right.
So stand on business. You gotta take care of your business, take care of yourself, and protect yourself. And you gotta have good surroundings. You gotta surround yourself with the type of people that's gonna really elevate that momentum. You know what I mean? That's really going to help generate that momentum and push you forward to be the person that you're supposed to be and take care of your business. It's like you fucked up the bag. Because think about the agents, the managers, the company. They was putting a whole movie around Kang, around this guy for the next Avengers movie. And now they gotta recollect, I don't know what it is they want to do, but they gotta put out the plan B tactic.
Yeah, and there's a lot of caveats to that, because even, let's say, before the major situation, it was kind of a lukewarm response to Kang right away anyway with people to a degree, and still kind of slowly building him. So I kind of think Marvel is in a position to pivot pretty early on in the first place. They probably was going to do it anyway due to some of the reception. Even with that being said, I kind of feel like, I will compare it to Ezra stuff, because to me, Ezra got and even shown on the video, choking the girl out. He was arrested. How many times, Chauncey?
Like maybe 10 to 12 times. All for terrorizing the whole freaking state of Hawaii.
Right, and didn't he hold like a couple hostage or something? Yeah, all this crazy stuff.
And then you know,
I thought he kidnapped the chick and
That too.
her
and then
grooming.
right.
Yeah, all
That,
kind of
that's
crazy
the
stuff.
sick part, the grooming stuff.
Yeah. And then his movie comes out. He was at the premiere, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And like, no, all the movie didn't do well, fine, but like that's kind of really telling. The pub he got. It's still kind of really telling.
Even freaking Tom Cruise talking about how great The Flash was. I don't know what movie he watched, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, so it kind of a lot of love for that. But it kind of maybe raised an eyebrow. The one situation, you know, his career is. I don't want to say it's ended. I still think it's early yet. I want to give it another 6 months to a year. That's just me. Yeah. But like with this stuff, it's exploded, and it's like, you know, it's such a big deal with this now, and he's got, you know, this one case with him, just one versus Ezra's like 20. Mm-hmm. And still, like, somewhat have his movie come out and have a job.
No track history of any criminal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
and then, not cut you off, but what's crazy even more is the fact that how some people all of a sudden got people from their past wanting to speak up and be contrarian about situations or whatever, but it's like, so this is how you're going to try to take me down?
Like, where was you at 5-10 years ago? Why you got a big mouth now?
Right.
That's dope. Yeah, man. Well, I was saying that's dope based off what y'all said. I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta forget. I'm talking.
Right.
Gotta get the message right. So nah, man. Nah, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. And yeah, I feel like it was railroad. It was some intention behind it.
I agree.
I feel like the jury was all white. It was only one black lady as a juror.
Right.
You know, I feel like they put these charges on you and they try to play tic-tac-toe with you, with your fate, with your life. You know, so watch who you be around. Watch who are the levels you're trying to be with. Watch everything. Get with people that's on the same page with you. Period. You know, you don't want to be on people that's going to pull you down and make the whole shit collapse on you, man. That shit bogus.
Yeah.
And bless us as black brothers, man. We gotta do right.
Right.
And if he's abusive, then by all means, you know what I mean, it is what it is, and burn that motherfucker down.
Yeah.
But
that's not the case.
That's not the case.
Let's make sure that's well and known, and like let the people held accountable be held accountable for whatever's going on,
Indeed.
whoever the aggressor is.
Indeed.
And, you know, as we said once before, and I say again too, we here at FNG, we do support, respect, and sympathize those who have been personally affected by any type of domestic or sexual assault.
Absolutely.
We obviously don't condone it or whatever. We just, you know, try to call out facts as they are. But at the same time, we respect anybody's, you know, personal trauma, what they went through.
Absolutely. And speaking of more trauma, man, you got Mr. Fast and Furious over here.
Now, what this dude do?
This guy.
Yeah, everybody's favorite family guy, not Peter Griffin, of course.
I didn't hear about this one. What did he do?
So word is that Mr. Vin Diesel has got some sexual misconduct allegations against him going on, and these are allegations that are dating back since Fast 5. And you know how long ago that was.
Fast 5 came out when? 2008?
Like early, mid-2000s. Yeah.
I lost track. I think it was 2008, 2009.
Well, so many damn Fast Furious movies already.
I lost track.
Yeah.
I lost track.
Yeah. It was.
Fast 5 was the last one?
No, Fast 10 was
Fast 10
or Fast X.
Or Fast X.
Yeah, so what y'all talking about?
Well, Fast 5, that was like
years ago. It was over a decade ago.
That was super crazy. Yeah, man. So
that's the one with the safe in Brazil.
Yeah, the one with the safe in Brazil. Yeah, when The Rock first showed up.
And they got into a penis measuring contest and a fist fight.
Right.
Gotcha.
But yeah, basically that's what's going down with Mr. Diesel. No further stuff that's came up about it as of yet, as the details per se. But I mean, it's wild that this is coming out now, kind of like with the major stuff. But then again, too, you don't know who's who behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You never know.
You definitely don't know. So.
And you don't know. You be in these parties, you be at these little events and shit, and you be kicking it. Liquor, drugs.
Right.
Hollywood, man.
Hollyweird, however you want to put it.
Yeah. Hollyweird.
Because this, Majors, Diddy, supposedly rumored stuff with Tyler Perry now.
Yeah, wish I wouldn't be.
TD Jakes.
TD Jakes. The chicken's coming home with roots, man. On every front.
I heard more names is about to drop, so I mean, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Because 2024, I heard it'll be some major shit about to blow.
Oh man.
Which is, speaking of which, PSA to the black man and the black woman.
Yeah.
Please protect your families.
Absolutely.
Please protect yourselves.
Yeah.
Don't be out here reckless. Don't be out here on bullshit. Because, this next year is election year.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of turmoil, set up diversions, and you got to know the truth and be cool. Protect yourself because some bullshit may happen, you know what I mean? So,
and be careful who you big up out here more than anything.
Yeah, just be cool who you around, take care of yourself, keep it close-knit, tight-knit.
And clean up your social media.
Stop buying dumb shit.
Exactly.
But this Marvel, but not.
This is fine. This is great.
All this is,
yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
Marvel figures, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, alright. So, let's move on. So, y'all want to talk about the Scream director? What was his name?
Christopher Landon. Now, Christopher Landon, this is a guy who got into prominent fame when he did that movie Happy Death Day.
Okay.
Got a lot of love off that and the sequel. So he was originally set to do Scream 7. But due to controversy we talked about on the previous episode, when it came to Melissa Barrera and what's her name? Jenna Ortega dropping out of Scream 7 because of controversial comments about, the whole thing, Israel and Palestine and that type of thing. Chris Landon was like, hey, I tried to hang on. I tried to, want to see it through. I hope whoever is next takes on Wes Craven's, vision, take it to that next level like I would like to. But due to powers that be, tripping like they are, aka Paramount Spyglass, I'm going to have to go. I'm out. So...
the balance.
Yeah.
So, politics,
And of course, people are like, do we really need to Scream 7 like that per se? Well, based off how the previous two movies were made up, I mean, it would have been good. Well, technically, Scream 7 was supposed to be finish off the franchise, period.
I mean, technically, we don't need none of these movies, to be honest with you.
We don't need one more.
None of this shit. But if they want to make another Scream, I mean, the last one did do good. I heard it was the revitalization of the franchise.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to follow up and try to make that revenue again.
Yeah.
But you don't really have, we at the seventh movie, we kind of get the concept.
Yeah, we get the concept for the most part.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like life or death. If you make the Scream 7, ooh, I don't care.
But of course, people are invested in certain characters or whatever, so I kind of get...
What character? Oh, what?
Well,
Ghostface?
Well, not so much Ghostface.
Shout out to Ghostface Killer, though.
Yeah. Ghostface, for sure.
Shout out to Ghostface Killer.
But, like, for example, the Carpenter sisters. A lot of people fell in love with the Carpenter sisters, especially the one sister who was connected to Billy Loomis, who was the first Ghostface killer from the Scream series.
Okay.
And, they invested in her because it's like she's not necessarily a final girl. She's a final girl / anti-hero.
Okay. Much respect to that. And I do get that. And I do champion that as well. Flying Nerd Certified. Scream is a dope. No, it's certified. Flying Nerd Certified, definitely. In regards to the franchise and horror movies, I was a fan of were going to.
Yeah, so was I. I didn't see all the latest ones yet.
I haven't seen the latest. I think I did maybe, but it's all blurred. So yeah, check it out. Or not. Depends on what they do. But what we did check out, let's get into the talk. We talk TV. You talk some TV.
I talk some TV.
You talk some TV.
And now with the news.
Don't touch that dial.
Shout out to Cub Transformers movie 86.
Yeah. So now let's get into the TV, man. Netflix been hitting a little bit.
Bruh, they trying to earn my little $15 every month.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of which, while we in the streaming talk, dude, I seen like DC everywhere. So like DC movies is on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard DC movies on
Amazon. Yeah, they got a lot of them. Almost all of them on Amazon too. Yeah.
And Tubi.
I want to say Hulu also.
And
probably Hulu.
Come on. So that means
yeah, on Hulu, yeah.
No, it can't be because that means Disney got it. But that's crazy. So what's the point of Max?
Well, as kind of like most people have stated previously on previous shows, the whole thing with Max is they want to make it, or Zaslav, I should say, wants to make it into his own vision where he's propping up all these like reality shows. Because if you got Max, you notice there's a lot more reality-based shows, but that unedited, uncut, or what have you.
That's on there
You
now?
got your quality movies per se, or Oscar winners, or what have you. And if you really, go with a fine tooth comb or whatever, you notice there's not as much diverse stuff on there as it
Oh, really?
Fool. Yes, it is on damn Max. Every HBO show is some diverse shit going on.
but not as much as it,
Every
is.
HBO show they have on there, every new one they have, and plus those shows ain't all that dope either, by the way. Man, they going broke.
Well, they need to recoup their
They
money.
going broke.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
you're right.
tell the
Well, no,
truth.
I'm about to say it. Yeah, they're
Take
trying
off
to
the
recoup.
glasses, man.
They're trying to recoup their
We gonna talk
money.
about, we ain't getting Marvel yet too, but we'll get into this
But
first.
they got to recoup their money from the losses from the film. So I'm cool with them putting the movies on other platforms. I know Max has their own original stuff. I think one of their best original stuff is animated wise. I think their Superman show. The Superman that was called Superman Adventures, the anime Superman show. I've seen the other original stuff as of late. I don't have it anymore.
I caught some episodes here and there, man. It's just like it's some of it's good, some of the stuff is all right.
Yeah.
But it's not like The Wire. It's not like those old ass shows, those classic shows.
Yeah, the classic ones like Wire. What the hell else?
What have they added in the past few months? I've had it since like September or October.
Rap shit.
Yeah, which just finished its second season this past Thursday.
Wasn't there a few hip hop documentaries on there or something?
It might have been a couple, but I think it's either them or
Chernobyl was good. I like Chernobyl. Y'all have
Chernobyl's wild.
Okay.
Yeah, Chernobyl's wild.
Check that out on there. But yeah, man, they just flipping the script with that. So I found it interesting that you see all these DC titles because I'm like, I thought that was the home for it, but now it's everywhere. It's
Well,
like,
the
it's
DC
crazy.
films, the superhero DCU stuff, I don't think all their other stuff is on there. Like a lot of DC animated.
The animated stuff's still on there.
Animated stuff is on there.
To,
Just to
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still something worth going
Right.
back to Max.
Now, but the crazy part is when it comes to Warner, what do you think about this, supposed mergers supposed to be happening with them and Paramount?
You're going to get Batman and Turtles.
Batman and Turtles was cold as hell.
Batman and Turtles. That's what I think. Star Trek.
Now, I'm a little concerned because Paramount, I'm cool with that stuff, but I'm worried about Warner Brothers making stupid-ass decisions and being reactionary. That's what bothers me a little bit. They have a history of it.
Because, granted, they got to get themselves out of a $250 trillion hole because of all the little mishaps, especially with, Flash and
Even Aquaman, too.
Aquaman,
Black Adam.
And Black Adam.
Aquaman 2.
You know what I mean? So...
Which I saw that comment.
Like this whole slew of movies that they had big plans for just didn't work out. For whatever reasons. And that's the problem. They're in a hole and they're trying to license this shit to make all this debt back. And good luck with that. But like you said, getting these new franchises is either sink or swim now. You know what I mean? So they got all this Star Trek shit. Then I hope they either let it do what it do, or don't be like Disney interfering and shit. And then
well, no, they're a different situation. Warner Brothers is reactionary. We seem to be reactionary and put themselves in the freaking hole.
Oh, absolutely.
Disney, you can agree or disagree with what they do. Fine, but Warner Bros. Oh, this is not working. Do this, and then they do it and they screw up. Oh, this is working. Let's go copy what they do it. And they still screw it up. So I'm saying, don't do that. If they do merge, let Paramount do what they already do. Leave them alone.
And that's how I feel about Disney and Marvel. So we didn't even get into that conversation. We was talking about Jonathan Majors so much. We didn't get into the whole Marvel aspect of it. Do you guys think they should recast for Kang, or do you think they should move forward with Dune? What do you guys think?
My opinion, I was on board on the recasting thing, but then again, I was like, how much more can we truly get out of Kang? Not to say we can't, but it's like how much more we truly can. But I'm more on the level of just, I say, moving forward with Secret Wars. And since, like Corey said earlier about pivoting, I say do Secret Wars as a two-parter, because we know, especially on reading on the comic book side, Secret Wars is hella vast storyline. And if we can get a who's who of the Marvel Universe involved like that and make it similar to what we got from the last couple of Avengers movies, i.e. Infinity War and Endgame, I say pull that trigger. And if we, need this, well, not necessarily need, but if we truly want to see this emergence of, like, say, a Doctor Doom happen, I say let it happen that way.
Okay. What about you?
Quite frankly, I don't want to just see Kang replaced with Doom, not right away. But even still, let's say for argument's sake, Jonathan Majors' court case did go his way. He was found not guilty. It's still a can of worms because he has that stink on the actor. That's number one. Number two, Marvel's already trying to pivot what they're doing with getting new leadership anyway. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, as far as Kang stuff is concerned, we were still another 2 or 3 years away of more Kang related stuff in the films and TV shows anyway. Whatever they do, to me, they have to really right away to either write Kang out of the MCU, or if they do recast, whatever they got to do is something they have to do everything smart and do it good. Because just swapping is maybe a bad idea, and recasting that right to kind of explain things away is not going to be good either. It's a double-edged sword no matter what. Whatever they do, they got to do in a smart, good way. What that is, I don't know.
No.
But I'm not 100% on board just swapping Kang for Doom and that just going to do whatever. I don't know. Because I do know with this, Secret Wars more likely is not going to be like the comic books. I even don't want it to be. It's going to be some of those Fox characters and other MCU characters stopping whatever threat is threatening the entire MCU multiverse or universe, whatever, and they're going to reboot everything when it's done.
Yeah,
that's probably what's going to happen. Like, I'm kind of prepared to see Toby and them and Wolverine and them, and as a pipe dream, I would like Wesley to come back and do something too in this crossover. But all those Fox and Sony people coming together to do whatever for Secret Wars.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait and see.
All right. So I agree with. I take bits and pieces from both. I think. I think if you recast them, bring them out later.
Yeah.
Bring them back later.
Yeah.
I think with this right now, it's too hot. And I think with the ending of Loki, it kind of left that ending open.
Yeah.
It's so early now.
Kang could still exist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The TVA could slip up and the Kang could roll through. You never know.
Yeah, they got a window right there.
Any version now. So you can recast it, bring a different guy in, and
or on this version that you didn't catch.
Yeah. It's like, okay, all right, cool. So, You can do that. So, and that's comic book shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Villains come and go. You know, they don't completely die. If they do, you bring them back and all that shit.
Just for the movies, you gotta really freak it a certain way, so it makes
Not
sense.
really.
No, for more just compliments for everybody.
Not really. Because see, that's the thing. Everything is so linear now. It's like, oh my goodness, this villain come out. We gotta see the complete ending of this villain. No, you don't.
No, I'm not even saying that. No, I'm just saying for people outside of us, they still gotta freak a certain way where it kind of makes sense. You didn't have to watch 4 or 5 shows or a movie to know what's
But
going
I think
on.
that's what the problem is. I think
Yeah.
people's getting kind of tired of doing that. I think the people's kind of tired of doing these assignments and just want to sometimes go and just watch the movie. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
And
Marvel
get what
different,
they
yeah.
get without
Yeah.
the movie without doing homework. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Even I feel like it's homework sometimes,
Oh,
just
yeah.
watching shit, you know, just to talk about it for the content. You know, it is what it is. So if the consumer feel that way, then you probably got some issues. I think there's a lot of things tied into what the character came because Jonathan Majors, some people like his acting. Some people followed his acting. So, you know, it's a lot. Some people say it's like, I won't say Heath Ledger, Joker level, but you know,
Right.
it is some hard shoes
Almost.
to fill. Almost.
And there's still stuff in the lore and the movies that's somewhat Kang related, like the 10 rings.
Correct.
So I don't know. Like I said, whatever they do, I don't know what that is going to be.
But if they bring Dune, he'll just come and eliminate shit. Because I agree what Andy said earlier this season when he said Kang ain't the big bad guy anyway. There's other bigger, badder shit that's coming along down the pipeline. Kang is just an intro for all of this. So you could bring in Kang, but he ain't the ultimate dude. The ultimate dude is Dune. And if Marvel was right, you kind of, I feel you want everyone saying, oh, we want to give him some time. But do we have time like that?
yeah, we do.
With strikes, where all these weather and all these diseases and shit, you never know what's tomorrow promised, man.
But if they rush
So-
it, you're going to be mad too.
Why not? Why if Doom just pop out and say, I'm just Doom? Y'all want the whole origin story?
I'm not saying
Fantastic
that. If they
Four?
rush that shit, it's going to be bad. That's what I'm saying. We have 2 years for no more Marvel films anyway until 2025, right?
Look,
Because next year we got
they have
Deadpool,
one
right?
movie for next year.
One
That's an indicating red flag for Disney and Marvel too to have only one movie.
Really, that's fine. I think we need that breather.
They need to breathe.
But I think even we as fans need to breather.
But I think it's a lot of things they need to do and think ahead for moving forward.
And I agree with that. But I'm saying if they rush all this shit out, it's going to be even more problematic. Because when we look at what happened with Secret Invasion, they push a lot of
So
shit out.
what are they going to do? Just make filler movies? Because
I'm not saying make filler movies. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't rush the content.
Yeah, I'll let you say your point, and now you're.
My bad. I'm just saying.
You're done with my point.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying don't rush the content.
I'm not saying rush the content. Because when you rush art, it never comes out right. So never rush art. But you got to get to your point. Phase 4 was all filler, if you want to ask me. There's a few gems, okay. There's a few gems, there's a few lights, and people like this over that. I ain't here to argue all that shit. But I feel like it was a lot of filler. And a lot of intro. The multiverse is a large concept to grasp. And if you don't have that right fine-tuned cinematography-wise, that shit could go anywhere. This story is getting crazy, you know? And I don't think they nailed certain things in certain movies, which they had the directors to do for, like, Doctor Strange and shit that they didn't execute right. So that's a wild concept. Tune it down. All right, we did Kang. Cool. Multiverse, cool. We got Loki holding the timeline. Oh, he holding it down. Okay, Loki, you chilling. All right, let's focus on something. You could bring in Doom. He's behind all this or whatever. He's Doom. He don't fucking need a reason. He's Dr. Doom. He just show up, and you know what time it is. It's Dr. Doom. We don't need no origin story. You can show up first and tell me your story later. I'll wait for it, my nigga. Just show up. And if you do it right and execute it right, I don't feel like there's no rush involved. It's just introducing the guy. He could be the big bad. He could be the guy that just comes out and you pull out some more of his enemies. You pull out some more of enemies. You got Fantastic Four coming. You got the X-Men coming. You got all these villains from all these universes that's going to come too. You think all the heroes is coming? So now all these villains is going to recollect too. So you got options to choose from. Now, I don't think it's going to be a problem if you put Doom out there, because if you got Fantastic Four coming, what do you want? You want the Doctor Doom with the no mask? You want the whole origin story of the Fantastic Four? I don't think that's the MCU way. They just put the character into the mix. So we get Doctor Doom, we get the origin story later. They don't tell origin stories. They tell them backwards.
Now I'm fine with
They tell their origin stories backwards.
I'm fine with them coming. I just don't know when and how they do it. All I'm saying, I don't know when and how. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know when and how either, but I'm just saying, if you're going to replace the bad guys, and if you really in this drought type of thing, you gotta need something to pull these people back into these seats. When I went and saw the Marvels, man, that theater was empty as hell. You know what I mean? That shit was dry. You know, and I haven't seen Aquaman 2 yet, but I'm going, I don't know.
If you didn't like Aquaman 1, don't see Aquaman 2.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
So you're not Aquaman, dude. No way. Like, we had this conversation. I wouldn't waste your time.
So yeah, you know, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's its problem. It should be like, yo, just go and check the movie out. You know what I mean? Because it's dope. Well, this happened. You know what I mean? But you know, it's not fatigue, but you gotta spice it up, man. So hopefully they can figure this out moving forward. They got Deadpool coming out. And I did hear they are going to focus on the new villain, and they're going to focus on the mutants. So maybe they need to just chill with the Avengers.
Yeah, they should.
Chill for a second. Let it summer.
That's what I was saying. 2025, we got what, Cap 4 coming from 25, and what else after 2025?
Who knows, man?
I think you like film in 2025. I'm saying the buffer to give them time to figure that shit out, and like you say, give more focus for the MCU to get people back.
And plus the fact I feel like with the anticipation of X-Men and mutants being involved in the MCU, after we get this soft reboot happening and we push forward with the X-Men, you got a good maybe 10 to 12 movies that you can do with X-Men because the fast storytelling. And my opinion is like,
man, take your time with the X-Men, man. Don't rush it. Don't do no bullshit with the X-Men. And like I said before, you ain't got to do the origin story. It's cool, exactly. But it's some goddamn good stories that you can use. And we need to see the Marvel execution for some of these stories. And Daredevil too. Don't forget, motherfuckers. Daredevil's coming out too. Mm-hmm. I want the same respect and loyalty. See, that's the thing, man. I just want them to have that creative station where they have the creatives that respect and know the shit that they fucking with, right, and what they creating, and put their heart into it like they did in, I guess, the golden years of the whole shit. Right. That's not a hard thing to ask creatives to do, is get together and know what the fuck you're doing, so don't get it for a check. Actually put some respect into the art and do some dope shit, man. Do some shit, man. Cinematography, like, wow me, man. You know what I mean?
Leadership
like,
allows nothing to do it, and that's what leadership to tell them just push it out. And that was our problem before.
That's a problem.
And we got our good leadership back finally.
Well, I don't know about good leadership. I'll just say this. I just hope that they open that door back and give those opportunities back. I wouldn't say they're all good leaders because I think they all suck. But it is what it is. So moving forward.
Right.
Let's talk about Leave the World Behind.
Leave it all behind.
Excuse me, that's a week off. So yeah, Leave the World Behind. This was actually executive produced by the Obamas, Michelle and Barack Obama, which was very intriguing to me.
And also directed by the creator of Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
That's why the camera angles is what it is then.
Okay.
So yeah, man, this movie got me. I started watching it. Now let me tell you, it was a real slow burn. It's a real slow burn. But when those camera angles start moving around,
oh yeah,
it's like that shit. Man, something about to happen.
Sam Esmail.
Yeah, man. So, this was an all-star cast.
Nice all-star cast.
Yeah, Pretty Woman. What's her name?
Julia
Julia
Roberts,
Roberts. Oh,
Ethan
God.
Hawke, Mahershala Ali,
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Kevin Bacon in this?
Yeah, it's like whoever thought you'd see Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon in a movie together like this.
Right. So, it's a real eerie movie. You know, a few things going on, weird shit. Basically, it's the end of the world. PSA to the black man. PSA to the black man. PSA to the black man. This is the end of the world as we know it. You know, things start acting crazy. Ships start, sailing into the beaches. Which was actually an interesting. The White Lion is an interesting boat. Its ship itself, it was one of the slave ships. You know what I mean? And it has a lot of other history indications. There's a lot of little nuggets in this movie if you pay attention to, which I find is interesting that it was executive produced by the Obamas, because it's like, all right, so this is the end of the world, pretty much cyber attacks, what we talked about earlier, quote unquote cyber attacks, so all this shit shutting down, your Tesla cars, your electric cars, your little watches, your phone watches, your phones, your sidekicks, your R2D2s, all these motherfuckers is falling out of order. So what you going to do? Get back to the real life, you know what I mean? And fear, all of this shit, animals, nature
acting a fool.
Yeah, nature acting a fool because they like, it's our world now.
Right.
Ships falling out the sky. Oh my God, that scene was so tough.
Man.
You know what I mean? That scene was tough. And the cinematography behind it just had me floored because that scene alone with Mahershala, that shit, I was like, all right, dude, bet. Some people was mad at the ending. I won't spoil it if you haven't watched it, but it's called Leave the World Behind.
Exactly.
And the girl did exactly what the title says.
She like, while the rest of my family deal with all this tomfoolery, I'm finna go on
I'm tapping out. And that's what the Fly Nerd Group is here. You leave the world behind, we will be here. Celebrate with our gremlins. Right. But nah, man, so check that out. It was definitely an interesting flick. It's on Netflix.
I was going to say real quick, too, I think it was really cool because it does give like that sci-fi mystery thriller slow burn style of a movie. And it almost gave me like M. Night Shyamalan vibes here and there or whatever.
It did.
So basically it's like, what if the happening was actually made 10 times better? This is what you get.
Right.
Oh, really?
Right.
And, like I said, with stellar cast, Ethan Hawke, Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, Kevin Bacon, they all pull out, knock down, drag out performances in this. So, yeah, Fly Nerd certified for sure.
Fly Nerd certified. Yes, sir. And Corey, you haven't seen it. So we'll move on to, have y'all seen the newly critically acclaimed Zack Snyder Snyderverse,
the Star Wars
Snyder versions,
with
the Snyderverse
with hookers and blackjack. Star Wars hookers and blackjack.
Rebel Moon, folks. This is the new one. Netflix got another one. You can check this out on there. Rebel Moon. This is pretty much a project of Zack Snyder. So y'all not familiar with Zack. He done things of Justice League, full director's cut. He done
300.
He done Sucker Punch. He done Batman versus Superman.
Dawn of the Dead. Army of the Dead.
He done Watchmen. Ooh, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Watchmen's really dope. The director's cut is really
very nice.
I love Watchmen, but we'll do a Watchmen episode on another fucking time. Shout out to Southside Radio. But anyway, yes, Zack Snyder, he directed this movie. Pretty much, hey man, it's his version. He said he wanted to do a Star Wars. So
I see.
he did
Star Wars. Pretty much Star Wars with a mishmash of his hits and misses of previous things we just named.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll notice the hints here and there as you watch it.
Yeah.
Of course, like, similar to J.J. Abrams and his, flares and whatever. He's got his
His slow-mo, this
speed
movie,
up action
man,
sequences.
this movie is 2 hours or some change. This shit would be much shorter if it was less slow-mo, man. But that's like 30 minutes of slow-mo.
Yeah.
But that's his style.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that's his style. You know, it's just like Michael Bay. He do a lot of slow motion. Who's tougher with the slow motion, Michael Bay or Snyder?
I'm gonna go. Dare I say? I'm gonna say Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, man.
Because like I said with Snyder, he does good slow mo, but when it's in the heat of action, he'll speed it up right to a certain point in time where it's like, damn.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I feel you. And then Michael Bay just give you.
He makes it real over dramatic. It's
like the dumbest thing is over dramatized or whatever.
Especially with like the little 360 camera angles where he's circling around characters. And it's all super slow and it's okay, what we doing here, man?
Yeah, that's total Michael Bay movie.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, moving forward, this is Rebel Moon, man, and pretty much it's his version of Star Wars. It features a young lady. She was a farmer on the planet, and she's have to fight off this group faction called the Mother World.
The Mother World. Yeah.
Mother World.
Basically, space Nazis.
Yeah, space Nazis and shit. So pretty much they out to ravage, destroy. And
they're the Empire.
Yeah, it's the Empire, right. So it's the Empire. So, she got to fight off the Empire. So she go off on a space hunt to recruit other people that's going to help join her fight this crusade of saving her planet from the Mother World, right? Mm-hmm. Mother World. So, she go around and she find these warriors.
Ragtag mixed bag.
Ragtag mixed bag.
From the biker show.
Got Charlie Hunnam, Sons of Anarchy over here.
Yeah.
John Mahansu.
Yeah.
Got Ray Fisher some work again.
Yeah.
So shout out to Zack Snyder on there.
Oh, that was Ray Fisher?
No, he's later on in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Got an assassin who got double katana blades. Katana lightsabers.
Yeah, katana lightsabers.
They have talking robots that are sidekicks?
Well, no.
Nah, there's a talking robot on there, but you have an emotional storyline. So you kind of like...
And shout out to Anthony Hopkins for doing the voice on that character.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
you have some good work to do for a change.
And the villain's decent. He ain't no Darth Vader, but his name Noble. He pretty decent. He was villainy in there.
Yeah, old Ed Skrein from Deadpool. Ajax.
Yeah, that's
that guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, I was thinking, but
Francis.
Yeah,
right.
Francis. That's dope. Mm-hmm. So, there's some cool things about it, and some, look, Zack Snyder is always going to have the visuals.
Yes.
Even if you like the slow motion or not, the visuals are always going to look nice.
Also, part one.
Yeah, this is a part one. See, now, this is the thing. I was going to get into that. So, this is a part one. They're dropping a part two. This is rated PG-13, but Zack Snyder, he got a rated R version. And according to him, this is the real version you should watch.
I told you, hookers and blackjack.
Oh, my goodness, dude. So, we're watching this, and we're going to watch part two, and then they're going to drop the R-rated version. It's going to be probably something totally different, but it's probably going to be similar to like Justice League. Hate it or love it. It's the full project. That's what you got. I feel like this is the same thing. I don't know why they did this with him, trying to build this little universe like this, or Zack Snyderverse everything. I hope they don't Snyderverse all his movies moving forward, because everything doesn't deserve the verse. So, it's cool, y'all fuck with it. We're going to check out part two. I think they come out in April. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
What did the audience score give it on Rotten Tomatoes? I know critics hated it, but the audience really liked it.
I don't have that information. I can look it up, though. Really?
I never talked about it in the chat. I thought it was really bad, but I saw all the audience scores rated really high than the critics said. The critics couldn't stand it.
Really?
Yeah, I know a couple of people who said they dug it. Not know personally. So.
Okay.
And I myself, it wasn't as bad as people put it out to be. I mean, like I've said many times before, Zack Snyder is a visual storyteller. He's obviously
a writer on his
right.
team.
He that's where he lacks.
He needs to hire Andy
Warhol, right,
and have him write his shit for him.
Right, for sure.
Well, one's better than Michael Bay. I'm happy about that. So
I watch Zack Snyder stuff over Bay stuff, with the exception of a couple of Bad Boys, and The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
The critic score was at 23%, but the audience score score was 73.
73, yeah. Yep.
So there you have it. Check it out. It's on Netflix. You ain't gotta go to the movies. Check that out.
Yep. See it for yourself.
Yeah. So moving forward to the animation, we just checked out What If, actually, like live and direct before we did this program.
First two Fs
of season 2 of What If, the new animated series on Disney Plus by Marvel.
Yep.
And it's what if this shit is dope, you know? So after watching the first 2 episodes, I liked it. It was cool. It was and I just seen the last episode we watched. That was my first time just like watching it first time and shit. I was like, okay, I kind of like it. I think the first season was kind of filler filled. I think it was kind of like goofy-ish. Borderline
there was some really goofy episodes. I think that like the party Thor I hated the most.
That was hell.
Some were really cool, like the Marvel Zombie stuff.
Oh yeah, Marvel Zombie.
And the Doctor Strange, like really good.
Yeah, absolutely. The Doctor Strange was really intriguing. Of course, my favorite episodes, the Ultron episode.
Yeah.
Buck on to watch it, gave him hands.
Now, not a pro tip, but a little thing about this. Season 1, I think 2 episodes got cut from season 1. They got put in season 2.
Oh, really?
Because Black Widow had an episode in season 1. They made it come out in season 2. I think her episode was, what if she did not join the Avengers or something else with her she didn't do. But that episode got moved to season 2, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And like they got another episode and they're dealing with Gamora. That's why you said at the end of at the last episode, you saw Gamora with Thanos' blade.
Okay.
That she had an episode about her by herself.
Okay. All right, so season 2 just started. We checked out the first 2 episodes. The first episode involved what's her name? Nebula. She joined the Nova Corps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty dope because they did kind of like a detective noir style. Right. It was really dope to see her, and then of course the lady who played Nebula was
Nova Prime.
No, what's the actress name?
Oh, Karen Gillian.
There you go. Right,
no one told me she was really fine in real life. Oh yeah, I saw out the makeup. Oh yeah. But anyway.
I wouldn't disagree with that statement. No majors. Anyway, so we man. I think the first episode was dope. So I checked out the second. What do y'all feel about the first episode?
First episode, I agree with you. It was pretty decent. Gave like the little old school Blade Runner energy with Nebula being part of Nova Corps. Like the little appearance of Howard Duck up in there.
Oh yeah.
Couple fan favorites grew up in there. Korg.
Yeah.
So nice little send up of that. It was pretty cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Then we moved to episode 2.
Oh yeah, that was a little more star-studded. That was what if Peter Quill went over to be with his father Ego and ended up being like this controlled killing machine and got brought back to Earth to try to murk us.
Dude, and that shit was tough because at first it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be goofy,
right?
The soundtrack, singing songs and all that shit,
right?
He was like, "Nah, man."
I
can't zap people. He was business. He was standing on business. I was like, okay,
and they had to put.
That was gonna be goofy and kind of like dun, 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 but nah, it was really Avenger shit. Yeah, I was like, okay, I fuck with this. Yeah, they had the 80s style Avengers, so they had T'Chaka. They didn't have T'Chaka.
T'Chaka,
real fucking original Black Panther.
They had what's her name?
Hank
Captain
Pym.
Marvel. What was the
Lawson.
scientist's name? The Professor Lawson, was that her name?
Wendy Lawson,
Yeah, Wendy Lawson.
Wendy Lawson.
Bill Foster.
Yeah.
And
Goliath.
Goliath.
And Hank Pym.
Yeah.
Who else was in there? Of course, Agent Carter.
Yeah, Agent Carter.
Howard Stark behind the
Howard
scenes.
Stark was hilarious.
Starks.
And of course, everybody's big bad favorite Asgardian made an appearance, Thor. And of course, everybody's favorite badass assassin, Winter Soldier. One of the favorites.
Winter Soldier, man.
Yeah, good old Bucky.
Right.
So yeah, they had a little squad, man. So once that hit, I was like, all right, y'all got me, man. You know, my thing about What If is that I still don't like that animation, but you give me a good story like the last two, I go overlook it.
Okay.
And,
How'd you feel about the first season with the zombie episode?
I like the zombie episodes. I liked it. I liked it for the most part. It wasn't my favorite, but that was one of the episodes that got my attention. I didn't like Party Thor. I didn't like a lot of other fillers. The Doctor Strange was really more What If style for me, so I really liked the Doctor Strange shit where he was doing absorbing all the souls and all that. Like, that's some weird shit for What If. You know, my thing for What If, I'm the What If guy that read, you know, the Wolverine Vampire King. You know what I mean? I'm the dude who one read what if Spider-Man became the Punisher. He bucket. You know what I mean? Like Spider-Man, boy, he killed it. You know?
Now, one What If I read from the comic that happened recently, I think in the past few years, I actually thought was pretty cool, is what if Flash Thompson got bitten by the spider and became Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah. See?
And it showed a very different path of his Spider-Man and Flash having that responsibility and not knowing how to deal with it properly.
And, you know, that's the whole issues of the What If. You show all those perspectives and different realities. I think them sticking to the MCU is cool. But I really wish they would tap into more of the comic book What If type things. And I don't know, but we'll see. Because there was an evil Captain America. Like, it was a lot of shit. It was a lot of things they could really tap into. But I take it, I mean, I didn't really like these episode titles. Nebula joined the Nova Corps, but I was like, who cares? But I watched it. I was like, all right, Peter Quill attack Earth, mightiest heroes. And I was thinking like, oh, Star-Lord, he going to dance his way into the... What's going on here?
Badly, I say.
Yeah, so you never know. Like, Happy Hogan saved Christmas. I don't know. Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster.
What if Iron Man probably got shot in space instead of Hulk?
These ain't like the what ifs, like, kind of intrigue me, you know what I mean? What if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper? I don't give a fuck!
That's a sequel to the first episode.
Alright, but I don't really give a fuck, though, man. What if Hela found the 10 rings? Okay, I see. The Avengers assembled in 1916.
No, 1602. The comic 1602.
Okay, I don't care, man. I don't know, but
I think the last one probably like
actually got my attention. So it was cool. This next one, so they drop them daily. It's not.
It's not weekly like it was.
It's like the 12 days of Christmas and shit.
Yeah.
So that's dope. So,
I think the last one's gonna be your flavor.
Hope so. Usually the last ones, because they kind of wrap up.
It's like wraps up everything.
Yeah, so
it got strange.
The last couple episodes probably going to be like the ones that give me the best. I'm kind of the Hela found the 10 rings is kind of looking like the Ultron episode to me. So I can
that might be interesting. Actually, might be even fucking scary for her.
She had
the 10 rings.
The Ultron thing was scary.
Oh, yeah.
He was eating universes, bro. He was.
I know he was like
digesting, eating, jumping, playing. Like it was crazy. Look, like vividly, it's crazy. So, I'll continue watching, but you know, we'll see how it is. We'll just see how it goes. You know, and it's daily. So by the time you hear from us again, we'll have probably a lot of these other episodes wrapped up. So, All right, man. So let's move forward. Unless y'all have something to say about What If, y'all good?
Just looking forward to seeing what they do with it or whatever. So far these first 2 episodes decent. The only other one that interests me off the list, probably if Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster, see how he interacts with that whole world as opposed to what Thor did in Ragnarok, and then maybe probably the Hella episode in Strange Supreme.
Now, what is episode 6? That I'm curious about. Who is that?
Kahori, We Shake the World.
Question mark. I have no idea.
You don't know that Kahori? No one?
No, Kahori.
I'm looking forward to it. I think this season will be better than last season. I want to say she's maybe that one character from what's his face's trophy room. The girl that the collector, his slave. That's what I'm thinking it might be.
I can see that. All right. It has to be some relation to something.
I think his homegirl from in the collector's. She was his slave and she helped run his trophy room. Or his collection room. Or somebody else.
No, there's somebody else, B.
The new superhero.
Is she a mutant?
What if?
I don't know. What if? It's Kahori.
Yeah, so I was totally wrong with somebody else. Okay.
See, she of the indigenous ilk, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is someone the MCU is making for us. Thanks. I mean, we ain't gonna talk about all the other stories and all this other shit they be doing behind doors, but it's good. Just give me a good story, I guess, and I'll digest it the way it is. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk about trailers? Y'all want to get to the best of?
Let's do the young trailers there.
All right, so let's get into the trailer of Dune 2. You guys see that trailer?
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it?
Nah.
All right. Are you a fan of Dune?
Not yet.
Not yet. Have you seen the first movie?
Only parts of it.
Only parts of it. Have you seen the 80s?
No, I never saw the 80s one. I think if I did as a kid, I saw like bits and pieces of it on TV.
You're going to have to sit you down and watch Dune. Dune Fest. Dune Fest.
Dune Fest? Got you.
You've seen Dune, of course.
Sure. Right. So I wanted to finish seeing the first movie before I saw the new trailer. So.
I understand. Well, Dune is actually on Netflix if you guys haven't seen the original and the remake, the new version. It's all on Netflix. Was on Max.
Yeah. It was on Max for a while, though.
Yeah, it was on Max for a while, so now you can see it on Netflix if you haven't. And next year is dropping the sequel to this. What's the director's name?
Denis DeLavive, I want to say. Same guy who did.
You bad at your French.
Sacre bleu.
Hey,
Sacre bleu. It's from the same director who I want to say did that movie Gravity with like Clooney and Sandra Bullock.
Hold on, I'm about to find out. Maxie be knowing this shit. Shout out to Maxie, man. But yeah, this movie dropped in 2021, right? And then this movie is supposed to have dropped was it last year or a year before last?
Year before last.
That's because of the strike and COVID
and
all that shit here, right? So it dropped a little ball on that. They couldn't promote it right, so it was no point of putting this out. Mm-hmm. And I don't blame them. I'm trying to find the director's name. All right, here we go. IMDb. There we go. So now the trailer dropped. And it was directed by Denis Villeneuve. Oh, man, you're right.
I tried, folks. At least I tried.
Hey, the director is good dude, man. Sacre bleu. Cusses. Curly mustache niggas. But, yeah, man, Dune 2 is dropping. And it's supposed to be epic, man. So they waited. They didn't just want to put this in the theaters or on the stream, which they could have done, but they didn't do that. They wanted to give everyone full attention. And I think this film deserves that full attention. This movie started from an epic book Then it became a movie back in the 80s. We spoke about this before with Sting. He was in there, and the villain in there was really gross. I remember that as a kid, and then I watched that again as an adult. I was like, yeah, I see why I tried to block that movie out for a second.
Oh, wow, that bad.
Yeah, the dude eat kids, like, some shit like that. Like, it's very dark and disgusting. And I hope we get to that level in part 2. Like, cause he didn't even touch that level of like grossness yet.
Right.
But I hope he get on that shit on part 2, man. So it's really sci-fi. It's like, to me, Dune is like the adult Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not like the kiddie shit. It's not the R2-D2, all that happy shit. Nah, this motherfucker struggle. Is all this type of shit going on. This hero trying to prove himself. You know, it's a hero's journey indeed. And this is dope. Because I ain't never seen the extension of it. You know, to this point with the war and all these other elements.
Yeah, the war element is wild.
Yeah. So I want to see that with the sand, some worms and all that shit popping. So I'm very invested in Dune. Like I said, I like this more than Star Wars. Like, this is my shit. Like, you know, people like Star Wars. I like Dune. You know what I mean? I'm a Dune nigga. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of MCs I grew up with that fuck with Dune. They put me on Dune too. So, man, check this out. Y'all got any words?
Man, well, this newer rendition is very visually pleasing and enticing. I was basically sold by the original cast that was stacked up in here because you had everybody from like Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem. You had Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet. They were just rocking it on here.
And that's why I said epic, because you got all these players here. You think they about to make a bullshit ass movie?
Yes, sir. They better not.
Hell no.
Crazy things have happened.
This dude, yeah, that's true. But nah, Denis Villeneuve. I gotta work on my French. I was in Paris.
See, Christopher Walken in the part too.
Yeah.
See? It's gonna be popping.
This shit gonna be dark, man. Look at this shit. This shit's crazy.
Damn.
Look at these visuals, though. This shit look like it's black and white. This shit look crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a visual dude, so this is gonna be an eye candy, eye fuck for me.
Oh, really. Pieces in this?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of visuals, we got the new Mad Max coming.
Yeah, Furiosa. That's also a trailer that I checked out as well. Got Chris Hemsworth in there. You might as well throw that in there too with the desert and shit. So yeah, if y'all haven't checked out going to March 1st for Dune Part 2, 2 deuces, man. This shit gonna be raw. Man. I can't wait. Wow. I can't wait to come here and talk about it too, man. Because this is gonna be the shit.
You don't want to spread this in the theater.
So yeah, if y'all haven't, y'all homework assignment is to watch all of this shit. So watch Part 1, Part 2. So we can have a good discussion, you know? Yeah. All right, so Furiosa just dropped a trailer as well. And that shit look dope too. It continues the Mad Max epilogue or story or whatever's going on. Is this pre?
It's supposed to be prequel, yeah.
Okay, so
it's a prequel?
Yeah.
I still gotta see Fury Road.
You haven't watched that? What?
No, I didn't get a chance.
Why are you here?
Uh-oh.
You know what? Why am I here? Yep, you know what? Why am I here?
Darren Court.
Darren Green? That guy?
Shit.
Jeez. Black out the camera for a second. God damn it. So yeah, man, Furiosa, dropped the trailer as well. I'm down for that.
For sure.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch Fury Road first if I watch it. Well, I probably don't have to.
Have you watched Mad Max before?
Yeah, long time ago.
Long time ago. Yeah. Okay. All right, well, yeah, catch up, Corey. Oh, Civil War is an interesting concept, too. All these little movies about the Civil War and the world ending and all this stuff. I'm noticing Netflix, too, got a little end of the world, little flicks and episodes, cartoons popping up, too. I see what they're doing. Message. Y'all better be crazy, because Furiosa could be you, motherfucker. Who you be living right in this desolate-ass motherfucking area, you know what I mean? Old girl looking pretty in the desert. Pretty dry. So, 45 years out of collapse. Young Furiosa is taken from her family. So, they gotta find this chick. See what's going on. So, this should carry on. This is a prequel.
Yep.
I hope they keep the visuals. I hope they keep the wild shit. That wild shit, man. With that band, that dude was playing the bass and all that shit on that car. And the drums hitting.
Oh,
You in the theater, you hear all that shit in each speaker popping. Like, oh my goodness.
got Chris Hemsworth, the two
Chris
fan nose.
So is he he the villain?
He's the villain from Fury Road, the younger version.
Oh, the younger version. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, Hemsworth, he got it. So yeah, I'm down. Furiosa.
This old girl, Anna Taylor-Joy, she was in Northman, and she was in New Mutants. She was magic.
Yeah, she was magic. Yeah, she sure was. All right, cool. Trailers Fly Nerd certified. Both trailers are Fly Nerd certified.
Yeah,
what about? All right, so we got this other one. I don't know if this is certified though. Y'all remember back in the 80s? And shit? Hey man, you laughing just like that dude. Yo, back in the 80s, there was this movie called Beverly Hills. Remember when Beverly Hills was like the shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that dreamland.
Yeah, that dreamland that you always wanted to go
right next to Hawaii.
Yeah, right.
And all that.
You go there, so
now we don't want to be bothered, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like, I'm good on this.
Totally good.
But, shout out to California, though. I don't want to just shit on Beverly Hills. But, it is what it is.
But back then, it was like,
It was more bigger than what it is now.
Right,
you know, that's how it was. That's how it was in the time. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
So, there was a movie out, Eddie Murphy, in his prime, I would say, dropped these series of, his own franchise. Yeah.
Kevin
Now, you gotta remember, this was an Eddie Murphy franchise project. Back in the day, he used to put his money. He was the executive producer behind most of the films that he worked on, including Trading Places.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Boomerang. All the little classic joints, Coming to America, all them little classic joints you could think of Eddie Murphy, he actually had his hands into to this day. So, he's dropping a new Beverly Hills Cops off of Netflix. Netflix been winning so much, man.
Oh, yeah.
They getting all the ducats next year. Beverly Hills Cops 4, Axel F.
Yeah.
Axel F. Okay, that's an
interesting title. Foley.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't forget the F.
And this one is interesting because this one, like some of the other movies we mentioned, it's got a nice little stacked cast. The only difference is it's got some old mixed with some new. Like, surprisingly, they brought back Rosewood and Taggart. They got Rosewood and Taggart back in the scene, so something hilarious going to ensue with that. They brought back Bronson Pinchot, a.k.a. Balky from Perfect Strangers. Really? His character's back, the art guy. You got some new people in here. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in here as one of the newer cops. Oh, yeah, they brought back Paul Reiser. Yeah. Kevin Bacon's in here, and I think this is the first movie where Eddie Murphy and Kevin Bacon have worked together.
Really?
In the many years we've seen all their work.
They've never done anything together.
They've never done anything together till now, so that'll be cool to see.
Eddie Murphy's supposed to have been in Footloose, but...
Right. I'm kind of glad he wasn't in it, I think.
He's going to be the best friend.
Right, the best friend.
It's going to work, but he didn't have the steps in order. So anyway, Axel F is coming out only on Netflix. It's not ready yet. I don't know.
I imagine it's probably going to be PG-13.
I'm not really looking forward to it, really. I mean, I don't think the last Beverly Hills Cops was good.
I was going to say, I hope that the only hope this will make up somehow for 3.
Whatever, man.
The first two was
trash. Coming to America 2 was trash. I think there was, I like Eddie Murphy, and it's fucked up too. I don't even like saying this about because he's like the god of comedy, dude.
Right,
and he's
right.
still funny.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted, dude. Like, he could
depending
probably
on
do
certain
still-
environment.
Yeah, he could kill, dude. But I don't know, man. It feel like he become the Bill Cosby that he always never wanted to be. Like his 20-year-old self was warning him about. He needs to talk to a variant. But, it's cool. I hope it's good. I haven't liked any of the new, especially these sequels that he's been doing. I've been kind of good. So
I have a similar sentiment. If 3 wasn't so bad, I look more forward to this movie. But 3 being so bad, it's been so long since he did this role. But what Chauncey said, all the other characters coming back, I think was going to be funny is his interaction with people in Beverly Hills, with returning characters and new characters. Hopefully that makes the movie worthwhile. But 3 left a really bad taste in my mouth, how bad it was and how poorly it was done. And then it being so long since the last one. Hopefully it redeems himself. But I'm like, I was never like, when's Beverly Hills Cop 4 coming? Yeah, I was never.
Yeah, no one asked.
I got that.
No.
But if it's good, cool.
Now, quiet as kept, I did do something a couple years back that caught a little traction on the Bird app. And this is based off one of the movie shows that me and you used to watch, AMC Movie Talk or Schmoes Knows. But anyhow, I would say, and they asked questions about what franchises would you cross over to make your next great movie. I put it out there and I just said, hey, why don't you do a Beverly Hills Cop Bad Boys crossover?
Yep.
That caught mad traction too.
Yep.
I was like, okay, kind of did something right out here.
Yeah,
Give me more check.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that.
Get Fly Nerd Group certified, concept certified, copywritten, YouTube. Yeah, it's right here.
Eddie make a comeback. Will make a comeback. Martin make a comeback.
At the same time. That's tough.
Weren't they in the film? Were they all in life together?
It was just Eddie and Martin.
Eddie and Martin. So Eddie and Martin and Will together never done a film together.
Never.
That's the movie.
That's never been done. That should have been done. But no, that's a good concept. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like Eddie Murphy used to do Harlem Nights. He used to do like conceptual movies where he had high caliber actors was all part of the movie.
Oh yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? Like full studded cast. So that makes sense, man.
Now
I would
you do
love to see
something
that.
crazy. You do Bad Boys and Beverly Hills Cop crossover.
Yeah.
Maybe Wesley as the villain.
Get out of my head, dude. Get on my
That would kill.
Now that would kill.
That would kill.
Y'all
bro.
sleeping on West. West got the shops.
Wesley still got it, man.
Still
Wesley
got
still
the
got it.
Film. He still
was
got
some fucking snipes, man.
And the beauty about this is this all truly came off the concept of when they were filming, what was that? Coming to America 2 on the same lot. And then, you had that little gathering of Will, Martin, Wesley, Eddie. I want to say maybe Tracy Morgan, somebody else in there too.
Right.
But that right there is like,
Just to make it happen.
Let them improv some of that stuff too. Yeah.
Fly Nerd, man.
Yeah.
Fly Nerd certified concept. So yeah, check that out. Damn, I was just about to say, Beverly Hills and Bad Boys coming too soon. Nah, man, check it out, man. This Axel F moving forward. So any last words before we close out, guys?
any last words? Oh yeah, shout out to my fly nerd brethren right here.
Yeah.
Also shout out to others, Coaches, Amby Warhol. Got shout out to Miss Moxie. Also shout out to many others, Dan, Jada, Phil, Brian, Shannon, Bobby, Travis, everybody else in the FNG community. Shout out to my work family. Shout out to my immediate family. And just, just keep pushing on. Join all this coolness surrounding us. Therefore, don't be ashamed to get your nerd on out here. Love what you love. Screw what the masses say. Whether, they ain't black like us or, yeah. Just
Ain't
fuck them all together.
Ain't us. Because they going live, they going fucking say some shit to clickbait. They gonna say some shit just to get the popular thing, but they ain't got the fly insight like us. We are the culture. We are the fly nerd group.
Absolutely,
We above and beyond these little lame ass motherfuckers, and we gonna prove it every goddamn time. So, any last words for you, Mr. Green?
Shout out to me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, man. Shout out to you guys in the Fly Nerd universe and Ambi and Moxie and K-Max and Sean and everybody. Shout out to IPG and my video game people out there. All my Chicagoland gamers.
Terry
anime
Sonny.
fans, Terry Sonny, cosplayers, gamers, comic book fans, and my friends and family. Everyone have a good holiday. Everyone love what you love. Enjoy things, share them with friends, try new things, always give things a shot, and share with your friends, and even let me know of stuff that you checked out that I can be aware of that I'm not aware of. And keep the love going and stay safe out there, y'all.
One last thing.
Hey, I put this all hit of Megatron for you, Corbin.
Hey, that's free.
Do that.
It's not the first volume. I'm trying to find all of them,
Okay.
but that's something.
Thank you, sir.
One more quick thing for all the cowardly cornball keyboard commandos out here.
Get him!
Eat a stunner, eat a RKO,
Get him!
eat a tombstone power driver, some sweet chin music, some super kick party, go through a table,
Y'all trying to Megatron, what's up?
catch that Megatron headshot like Ironhide. Catch the business like, you was getting whooped on by Willem Dafoe, aka Green Goblin.
What?
Peter.
Hey, he had hands too.
Yes, he did.
He had hands, that movie, man. What? So what's up? What you want to do? What we doing?
I'm just saying, just hell
Fuck
with
'em
all
all,
that.
man.
Exactly.
Fuck 'em all,
Exactly.
man. This is the Fly Nerd Group. We stepping in a new year, new cheer, and new attitude era, man. We keeping that. We keeping the cheer with us. We keeping the cheer in. So look out for us, man.
And we ain't even got to be in Montgomery, Alabama
We
either.
ain't on that. We bring the chair there. We fight there. We bring the chair in the ring. Got the brass knuckles in the trunks.
I'm wrapping the chain around and give the old JBL area, baby.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we
Throwing out sonic booms.
to beat a man